fitness boxing.
You heard it from the weird creepy lady here first, guys. I am Bradley Overrated, and today we are reviewing the game Fitness Boxing, an exclusive title on the Nintendo Switch that is meant to supplement the gym for $50. So let's find out if this game is a total knockout or just another whiff. Yes, this is quite the game. Let's do this. So let's talk about immediately the core gameplay. As you see, I have an instructor there to help guide me through my punches. They can be boy or girl, you know, they gotta keep it PC. You can also change the skin tone and colors, but we'll get into that in a little bit. But basically, the game is exactly what you would expect it to be. You get in a ready stance and you throw punches. You can throw straights, jabs, uppercuts, hooks, you can even dodge, and you can bob and weave even in this game. And believe it or not, does it actually work? Does it actually make you sweat? The answer is yes, especially if you're someone like me who is terribly out of shape and really needs to get back into it. So as you can imagine, since this is on the Switch, and this is in fact a boxing game that it uses the Joy-Cons and the HD Rumble features from the Joy-Cons, and does it work? The answer is yes for the most part, and let me explain. Jabs, straights are easy. It's the point of impact when you throw your jab, and as soon as you just start to pull back on your punch, it'll read it. But that's the same for uppercuts and hooks. If you pull back at all, it'll read it. And you gotta be careful with that. I've noticed that sometimes, for example, if there's a combo or a chain going on where I have to do jab, straight, hook, uppercut, if I move my left hand or my right hand a little bit too early, it'll think I'm swinging and it'll throw off the groove and it'll mess up my combo. So you gotta be careful not to move your hands during combos and chains like you see here on the screen, because sometimes it'll read it, because it's not so much you throwing a punch that it reads, it's the point of impact when you start to pull back. And it's not the worst thing ever. It takes a little bit of getting used to, and you will make some mistakes at first, just trying to figure out how the Joy-Cons work, but once you get that figured out, it works pretty well. And like all games of Joy-Cons, you can obviously cheat. You don't have to actually do the workouts, and you can try to cheat to get a perfect score, but there's really no point in doing that, as this is supposed to be a fitness game. The whole point in this game is to get up and get your body moving, so if you're not planning on doing that, obviously don't get this game. It's just, that's what it's here for. I also need to mention that, like I said, you can duck and bob and weave, but, and this is kind of the weird thing about it, sometimes when you duck, as you can imagine, it's basically a mini squat, it won't read because you're keeping your hands so still that it doesn't know you're ducking. So sometimes what I like to do is I like to move my hands just a little bit as I duck. I like to pull down a little bit to say, hey, I'm ducking, so it'll count my combo. But other than that, like I said, the sensitivity of the Joy-Cons is pretty good, if not a little overt. When I played this game multiplayer with my wife, I couldn't help but notice that the game did tend to lag a little bit more. The frame rates would drop, so there is that to be aware of. It's not a perfect game by any means. It's not graphically or performance-wise up to, you know, Legend of Zelda-esque or anything, but it does in fact get the job done. And it's kind of crazy because at the end of each workout session you do, it'll tell you how long it was, how many calories you burned, how many punches you threw. When you complete your daily workout routine, you can throw a punch and you can stamp it, you can track it, and I'll show you that in a second. It's actually pretty cool. You can even adjust your weight and your size to the game itself so it can get a more accurate calorie burn for you. It'll tell you your BMI, you can stretch, and you can do all of that stuff. You know, for a $50 game, if you don't have a lot of money to dump into a gym or buy workout equipment, it's not terrible for 50 bucks. And like I said, the thing I really enjoyed about it was the fact that it did in fact make me sweat and work out. I also have to mention that in 2-player mode, and there are different modes of 2-player, you can do them with your wife or whoever like I did, and that does get a little bit more laggy, but it still works. So the last thing I want to talk about are some of the special features and the customization options you can have for your instructors. As you can see, you can have your own personal calendar. At the time of recording, I did a lot of different workouts, tried this game a bunch of different times while playing Just Dance, while trying to go for runs, trying to, get back into shape. I am not succeeding for the life of me, but it's really cool. I really like that they have this calendar. You'll notice some presents in some of the dates. If you work out on those dates, you get a bonus item for these lovely people. That's right, your instructors, baby. As you go through each workout, and the more you play this game, the more punches you throw, you will be rewarded with songs or customization options for your instructors. And it is weird. It's really weird, and I don't hate it. I actually appreciate that they give you something for your effort. And between all 6 of the, instructors, like I said, you can customize them any way you want. You can give them different outfits, you can jazz them up, and you can change the skin tones. You have these options. You can change their hair color. It's just weird, but it's nice that it's there, I guess. It's like I said, they give you something at least. Although I do have to bring up something about the instructors. They are annoying. If you play this game, and thank goodness they have this option, you need to turn off their voices. They are annoying, and they talk the entire time you're working out. And on top of that, they will mess up your rhythm, and you will miss punches because of when they tell you to punch. It is different to when you are used to punching. It's just not the best. So like I said, thankfully you can shut them up, and I recommend you shut them up hard. But you know what you don't shut up in this game? The song selection, because as you play this game, you will unlock more and more songs that you can get your fitness boxing workout on to. And it's pretty good. I mean, I'm not a big fan of any of these artists, but I really enjoy them in this game. You have, what is it? Timber, which is Keisha featuring Pitbull. You have a song by Maroon 5. You have Party Anthem by LMFAO. Tons of others that you'll unlock. And like I said, they're perfect for this game. It just works super well. And not only that, but you can also, if you want, listen to the song at a normal rate, but you can even listen to them at a faster pace to really get your blood going. And baby, that's what I do because it's just fantastic. Although there is one thing I do wish about this game that I could do, and that's customize my own workout routine. You cannot set your own movesets. For example, if I wanted to do jab, 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 straight, jab, 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 straight, uppercut, uppercut, hook, hook, duck, I can't do that, unfortunately. I have to do the workouts that are given to me on here, whether they're on the low intensity or high intensity, and that's basically it. And that's kind of disappointing. I wish I had the ability to customize and create my own workout playlist, if you know what I mean. So while that's disappointing, it's not a game breaker or anything, or a deal breaker rather. I just wish it was there. So let's go ahead now and give this game a review. I talked about it enough. You get a general idea of what this game is. It's simple in concept, but efficient in what it tries to do. And when it comes right down to it, fitness boxing is a great way if you're looking to try to get into shape. And it's not terrible. I think that's impressive on its own. The fact that fitness boxing just works is something impressive in and of itself. But like I said, I did experience some lag in 2-player mode, and even in the first player mode you'll get some. The Joy-Con sensitivity, I'd say it's about 80-85% perfect, spot on, but it's not a perfect system. And then the fact that I can't customize my own workout playlist, I want to be able to make my own movesets. I just feel like that should have been in this game and it wasn't. So with all that in mind though, it's still a great game. I really enjoyed it, and I give fitness boxing on the Nintendo Switch a B-. And it gets that B- because basically it's a fun game. There's nothing more to it. I enjoy it, and I will actually be playing this throughout the rest of this year because it's a great way to stay in shape, you know? Well, at least in my head it will be. Alright guys, that's it for me. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this content, be sure to jab that like button and uppercut that subscribe button. I do reviews all the time. I am Bradley Overrated. Out like a trout. Have a good one.